What is going on, Crimson City? My name is Crimson CBAD, and today we are here with the first trailer for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. I am so excited to tear through this trailer and dive in with you guys. If you guys are excited, go ahead and show some love on the like button down below. Of course, if you guys are new, feel free to hit that subscribe button for some more Pokemon content. We have, you know, it already, we saw this coming. We didn't believe the Lapras screenshot, but the Lapras screenshot was real. And then the first leaks that we got from this were on 4chan from April Fools, and no one believed it. And turns out they were right. Turns out it was 100% accurate. So I'm beyond excited. Kanto is what I started with. Pokemon Yellow has a special place in my heart, as always. It was one of the first games where I'm pretty sure I got almost the entire Pokedex. Probably the only game where outside of someone like touch trading and stuff with me, I had the entire Pokedex just on lockdown on my own. Most, if not all of it. So I'm very excited to hop back in. I recently got back into Pokemon Go as well. So I'm really excited for a game that features Pokemon Go integration. And I'm curious what your guys' thoughts are on that. Feel free to let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. We're going to slowly start watching this trailer right here. I'm very excited. We're just going to kind of slowly walk our way through it. Because, look at how good this looks. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I am frothing right now. This looks incredible. Looks pretty chibi. I like the cell shading. It's obviously a game that's meant more towards the casual side for Pokemon players, a little bit more family friendly of a game. They did state in the press conference that there were going to be more games released in 2019 that would veer more towards the competitive players, and it would be new games, so we can anticipate Generation 8 coming in with this game. But we can look at Pallet Town. Look at Pallet Town. How beautiful does that look? We even got the guy over there who's gonna tell us about technology and stuff, if I'm not mistaken. But look at how clean that looks. Look at Professor Oak's lab. Look at that lab. That's absolutely beautiful. Everything in this game is beautiful. I'm assuming that's Route 1. Yeah, look at Route 1. Look at Route 1. I'm assuming that's Route 1. Look at Route 1. Look at that Pikachu. It's not following behind you anymore, but it's sitting on your shoulder. And then here we are in Viridian City. I think that's Viridian City? I'm pretty sure that's Viridian City. I'm almost positive that's Viridian City, if I'm not mistaken. Look at all that. There's glowing streetlights. I'm assuming there's going to be like a day and night cycle. The shadows on everything look beautiful. A new Pokemon game. And there's our little Eevee right there. And look at how happy the female protagonist is to see her Eevee. She's like, you play with the little Eevee's paw. Just look at her. Look at her. She is so happy. And look at like there's facial. So in Ultra Sun and Moon, one of the things that I didn't like about like the protagonist was that he was always just very deadpan and very like always smiling. Like, look at that genuine emotion on her face. That's absolutely incredible. And then she's running around through. That's also, I believe, no, is that also Viridian City? Is that also Viridian City? I'm not, I think so. Or no, that's Pewter Town. Okay, so that's Pewter Town because you can see the little, so here's the Pokemon Center. There's the fence around the gym. There's the Pokemon Mart over there. And then over here you can see the, I hope my mouse hasn't been on screen the entire time. You can see over there, there's like the sign that says like, this is our gym. Like this is the gym that you can go to. And then there's Viridian Forest. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's something out of a PS4 game. That's something like that. That's an Uncharted. That's a forest from Uncharted or Just Cause right there. Look at that. And then there's the other trainer sprite. And then there is that's Vermilion City. Look at the water. Look at the water. Oh my gosh. That looks beautiful. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is so cool. For Nintendo Switch, a new Pokemon game for Nintendo Switch. So there's Professor Oak with the Pidgey, and he's like, you shouldn't go in there. This is where you get your first Pokemon. Come with me. And there he is there. Something that I wanted to point out is that if you look over here, so there's Rattata on the board. What is that? That does not look like Raticate. That does not look like Rattata. They did confirm a few Alolan Pokemon would be in this game. But what is that? What is that thing right there? Is that just Rattata on a ball? I'm not 100% sure, but we can see Oak's lab. We can see he's got the picture back there, probably of Agatha back from their youth, and he's got some sticky notes on his PC. I've got some sticky notes on my PC too. Oak, I feel you, big dog. And then there's our Pikachu, and we get, oh, look at it. We just get to, you are mine now. You are my son. You are coming with me now. And he doesn't want to stay in his Pokeball. The Pikachu doesn't want to stay in his Pokeball. That's so cute. And now we're serious mode. We're serious face. It's serious time. It's go time. It's go time. We got this. And look at just like all the reactions and everything. It's so just filled with emotion. I love it. I love it. And you play it with one Joy-Con, so you do not play with one. And what you can see right here is that, first off, you should always use a wrist strap while playing. I'm blocking that, but you should always use a wrist strap while playing. But what you can see over here is that there is a Pidgey sprite in the overworld. And he is going to run into that Pidgey sprite in the overworld, and that is how battles are done. There's no more random encounters. Like, you will know what your Pokemon is when you go encounter these Pokemon in the wild. And you can see right here, it drops in. There's a perfect battle stage set for it. Pidgey's gonna do the cry. Another thing that I want to point out, it says get ready, items, help, and run away. So there is no wild battle sequence. It is just run away, you catch your Pokemon, you know, that is it. You can see that there's also dynamics of Go type in there. You can see right at the bottom that you have your Pokeball counter right there, very similar to Pokemon Go. You know you have 20 Pokeballs right there. And you gotta hit the yeet, and you gotta throw the Pokeball at it. And the capture mechanics, if you guys look at the little circles right there, very similar to the catching mechanics in Go. So this is very much similar to a re-envisioning of Pokemon Yellow with Pokemon Go mechanics. So it's almost like Pokemon Go, the console game, but with its own tie-ins to the story. And we got the 3 shakes, and we caught the Pidgey. It's time. It's time. We can see right there. He's playing not on console mode. He's not playing docked mode. He's playing handheld mode right now, free-to-play mode. And he's going for a Mankey right there. We can see they're going for a Bellsprout in the docked mode. So we do see that there's like no performance quality decrease between docked mode and between handheld mode, which is very, very nice. And we can see you've got the nice captures, the great captures, the excellent captures. We got the 3 stars. A super cool feature that they're now bringing in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee are that there is local multiplayer. You have never been able to play with your friends before like this. You can play with your friends, each of you getting your own Joy-Con. You shake it in, and look at that. Both players are now in the game. You can play local co-op, which is absolutely amazing. You guys are running around. This is the route right before Mount Moon. You can see all the ledge there. You can see the Pokemon Center, and then there is the entrance to Mount Moon right there, which is really, really cool. And again, you can see all the overworld sprites right there. You can see the Clefairy, you can see the Paris, you can see the Geodude, which is so very awesome because that further reinforces the fact that random encounters are no longer a thing. You guys can see the Zubat right down there as well. The Geodude are chilling over there. You run into the Clefairy. There's 2-player battles now with this. You guys can see that on the right, you know, both of you can get ready, but only player 1 can initiate, you know, running away or choosing to ask for help, being able to queue up what I imagine to be some sort of like tutorial sequence for how to catch it. You guys can also see up here, as far as it goes, there are levels in the game for your Pokemon, but CP are also tied into this game now too. So how that takes into effect for battling, how that takes into effect for evolution, stats, IVs, and all that, we don't know yet, but we do know it is very similar to Pokemon Go, that they do use CP for that, and you can double capture and go for the excellent capture and capture these Pokemon. So you can catch Pokemon with your friends in real time. You guys see again local multiplayer set in a handheld setting as opposed to docking it. You can also have right here, it shows that you can do a double battle. There will be somewhat of a traditional Pokemon battles in this game. This is where featuring the local multiplayer battles come into play. We have the Pikachu, obviously, and the Bulbasaur that are both going for their moves. You guys can see Pikachu right here. Thunder Shock, Growl, and Quick Attack are the moves that it can go for. You can choose those moves to attack. Bulbasaur over here, level 18. Why haven't you evolved it to an Ivysaur? I don't know, but Leech Seed, a Poison Powder, Sleep Powder, and Takedown. You guys can see those moves. So the moveset doesn't really change too much. It still sticks pretty traditionally to that, but you guys can see that in multiplayer, it is a 2-on-1 setting for against these trainers, and you guys can see the battle animation. So let's go back to, let's rewind that Bulbasaur really quickly. Pikachu's gonna go for the Quick Attack right there, and you guys can see it has its own custom animation for it. And then Bulbasaur going for the takedown, shoots out like a rocket. He's so angry. Look at him. Look at him. He is so angry, and he is just gonna rush into that Venonat and take him down. And it's not fair because it's 2-on-1, but that is part of the benefit of local multiplayer, is that it will probably ease your game up just a little bit. And you guys can see now there's a new feature added, controlling with a Pokeball. They are bringing forward a custom Pokeball controller for this game, which is really, really awesome. You can use that as a Joy-Con. And again, we see the CP on the side duck over here. We see the level. We see get ready items and help, furthering the statement that there are no wild battles involved with this game. But we can see here that the player is using the Pokeball controller with the Nintendo Switch, and he is moving. You guys can see the finger motions that he has right there. Moving down, this is the bike route path. They're the bike path route. You guys can see the side down there. You guys see the Raticate further up here, the river right here, both lanes of the bicycle path open. Pidgey, Psyduck, all that good stuff, and he's going to run into the Psyduck, and he's going to use the Pokeball very similar to the Joy-Cons. That, I imagine, is going to be an extra purchase on top of that, which they have confirmed. And also, when you do catch the Pokemon, the ring lights up like it does in the game, which is a really cool feature. I really like that. I thought the idea of Z-rings for Ultra Sun and Moon and stuff like that, and Sun and Moon were also really, really cool. So being able to see that is very awesome. You guys can see the Pokedex screenshot right here. He's going through his Pokedex. We see Psyduck, always tormented by headaches. It uses psychic powers, but whether it intends to do so is not known. And then we see Mankey here, the pig monkey, an agile Pokemon that lives in trees. It angers easily and will not hesitate to attack anything. So the Pokedex screen is very, very cool in this. Very, very high def, very high res. We've got Poliwag here. The direction of the spiral on its belly differs by area. It is more adept at swimming than walking. I actually didn't know that the spiral is changed by area. So you can see here that now they're back on the handheld mode using their Pokeball, and we see that there are some options right there. Save your progress. Take your Pokemon for a stroll back to your adventure. So that's somewhat of like an intermission menu. I don't think it's necessarily I think that may or may not actually be just the direct pause menu that you do get from this game. But we can see right here that there's the Pokeball walker that we have, and it's going to take Pikachu and put it in there. So it's very similar to the Pokewalker that was introduced with Heart Gold and Soul Silver, when you can see that your Pokeball lights up as you're taking Pikachu for a stroll. We can walk around with it and probably, I imagine, level it up and all that fun stuff. We see the Pokeball right here. We can shake the Pokeball. I don't know what the Pokeball is doing right here, but it's just moving it around, making sound effects and things like that as well. And here's where they're going to talk about the Pokemon Go integration. You can connect with Pokemon Go through a brand new feature that they are adding for that. So we can see right here, the character is catching a Dratini, not using an iPhone, I don't know why, but we're gonna see they're gonna go for their Nintendo Switch right here, just to be able to transfer that Dratini over, and it's going to open up Go Park on the Nintendo Switch. I don't know if that's going to be simultaneously released with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, but you can open Go Park on the Switch. It'll send over I imagine, some sort of Bluetooth signal to your Nintendo Switch, and it'll transfer your Dratini over to the Go Park. So you can transfer over Pokemon to Go Park, which then you can transfer into Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. So what I can imagine this to mean is that there will also be shiny forms in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, considering that Pokemon like Dratini, Pokemon like Charizard, Pokemon like Swablu, Pokemon like Kabuto and Omanite, just to mention a few shinies that have been released recently in Pokemon Go, you can transfer that to your Go Park and then into your Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee game. And you can see right here in Let's Go Park, it is very similar to the Go Park is very similar to the same shading and the same sprites as Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. You guys can see Charizard over here. There's a couple Nidoqueen. We can see a Zapdos back there, Venomoth, Clefairy, and then the Dratini that the player just transferred over from Pokemon Go. We're also going to be able to send gifts to Pokemon Go. So you will receive gifts in-game for Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee and be able to transfer that over to your Pokemon Go account. So whether that's more berries, whether that's more, maybe that's just simple care packages that you would receive from Pokestops and gyms, whether that's a higher chance for evolutionary item drops, we don't know. But it is a very cool feature in being able to transfer all that. So you can literally play this game and play this with your friends almost in any way, shape, and form. You can, like it says right here, play your way. You can play as just the game. You can integrate it with Go. You can use it as Go and use it as a way to, level up your Pokemon Go accounts while just playing the game on the side. You can use it as leveling up your game while using Pokemon Go on the side. One of the coolest features. Look at this. You can ride on an Onix. How cool is that? They are bringing back the Poke Ride from Alola. So being able to move around on what I imagine to be an Onix as opposed to a Tauros. That's the only thing I can think of. Lapras surfing right here. This confirms that the Lapras screenshot that was leaked a while back with the trainer with the the Eevee on the head is 100% legitimate. And we see the trainer right here flying on a Charizard over there. Is an overworld Charizard flying mode. So whether that's similar to the Eon ride from Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, whether it's just kind of like a quick cutscene of flying from one town to another, whether that's free roam and you can land wherever, that would be absolutely cool. Let me know your thoughts down below. Another thing we can see right here. I don't know where this is. I think this is in a gym somewhere, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Someone let me know in the comment section. But we do see a Nidoqueen and a Nidoking following behind our players. We see right here another two-player mode where we see Gengar and Electrode following the players. So whether there's only certain sprites that will follow you, whether there are whether all of the Pokemon do use, since all of them do have overworld sprites, I would imagine that all of the Pokemon do have overworld sprites to follow you, but I could be wrong. We do see right here that the Moltres, and we are going to transfer over from the Go Park, so we're transferring legendaries over from Pokemon Go into the Go Park. Originally, Pokemon like legendaries and stuff could not be featured in gyms in Pokemon Go. They, you know, you couldn't trade them in for, you couldn't transfer them to professors and stuff like that for candies, but now being able to transfer them to Go Park, what you can do is transfer those legendaries over to Go Park into your Let's Go games, which is very, very awesome. We see right here, we're still catching Pokemon. We see the double catch on the Haunter. We see Pokemon like Snorlax being able to caught out. We see another thing that I want to point out right there is that it looks like, oh, that's an Ultra Ball. Okay. For some reason, I saw it in fast motion. I thought it was the event ball, but the Ultra Ball right there. We see the two-player catching mode for the Haunter, which is really cool. You can see the tombstones in the background, Lavender Town reanimated. You can play with your Pikachu and your Eevee. You can customize your Pikachu and your Eevee, which is so very cool because you'll be able to see those overworld sprites. We can see right here the Eevee with the Explorer hat and the Explorer glasses. We can see like a Pokemon Officer Eevee right there. We can see Pikachu in an army setup. We can see Pikachu just in a ballpark, or just in a ball cap and a t-shirt. We can also see he's got similar to like Ash's hat as well. He doesn't like that. He was for, oh, now he likes it. Okay. We also see Team Rocket reimagined as well, which is so very cool, being able to go on rocket bases. We see the battles and stuff like that. Look at the customized Pikachu being able to go for attacks and stuff like that. So those customizations do take place in the battle system, which is also very cool. We see right there the Eevee with the hat and the police officer outfit going for Swift on the horsey right there. We see Dragonite going for what appears to be a Hyper Beam, which is absolutely incredible. We see Blastoise going for maybe a Hydro Pump or a Hydro Cannon right there. Again, looking like a Team Rocket. Looking like Team Rocket bases right there. We see Blastoise going for that. We see Arbok going for Glare, which is so really cool. We see Cloyster going for a Shell Smash right there. If I can get the full, you guys can kind of make out the outline on the right-hand side of the Shell Smash animation when it closes and then reopens. So we see that going for that. We see Magikarp going for Bounce, which is hysterical. We see Golem going for a self-destruct or an explosion against an opposing Snorlax. And just look at the animation for that. Look at the animation. I'll play that back in real time just so you guys can see that. But that is just so cool how much attention to detail and just the beauty that this game is going to have for the Pokemon franchise. And the last final boss of Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, we see Mewtwo in the mystery cave over by Cerulean. In Cerulean Cave, we do see that we get to encounter Mewtwo. We're right there with our Pikachu about to take on this Mewtwo, and it is absolutely incredible being able to catch this. Your first adventure. Oh my goodness, and Pikachu jumping out and just going, your first adventure in a new style. It's absolutely incredible they're reimagining it this way. And we see Eevee jumping out as well, which is really cool. I'm so very excited for this game. I hope you guys are too. Let me know your guys' thoughts on Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee down in the comment section down below. Of course, but wait, there's more. There is more. You'll meet a special Pokemon. This Pokemon is brand new, never before seen in any game. Is this the bridge to Generation 8? Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. I am so very excited for this game. I believe it comes right there, November 16th, 2018. Let me know your guys' thoughts on Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee in the comment section down below. Of course, if you've enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like. Feel free to subscribe for more Pokemon content as well. All that being said, I want to remind you guys to be great and do great. I'm going to let this outro bang, and I'm going to talk to you all soon. Later.